Senior judicial analyst Judge Andrew Napolitano. I mean, what the legal standards here? I mean, this is a confession. It's in an online message place in a private online chat rather than directly to law enforcement.
Can they use this?
Can they use it? Yeah.
Well, it's hearsay. It's a statement made outside of the courtroom, not under oath to third parties. On the other hand, it is an admission. It's something that a person normally wouldn't say if it weren't true. So a trial judge, and we'll find out who that judge is in a couple of hours, will be wrestling with this. To me, the more tantalizing aspect of this is, who are these 20 and what did they know? Now, under the law, if they knew that he was going to do this, it is not a crime for them to remain silent. The only crime you are required, that it is a crime for you not to report, is treason. Anything else, you can remain silent.
Wait, so if someone comes to you and says, I'm going to kill this person, and then they kill that person, the person who they told that
did not commit a crime by remaining silent. It's absolutely profoundly immoral and utterly wrong by any value judgment of which I'm aware.
So they can't be charged with accessory or anything?
No.
Wow.
Unless they aided in some way. So an accessory must provide assistance.
If they helped him hide out afterwards or something.
Correct.
Okay.
Silence is not assistance. This often happens in the case of parents. I heard you earlier praising the father here. The father is saint-like. You can imagine what he went through. Loyalty to right and wrong versus loyalty.
He did
to
the
his
right
own
thing by
trade.
turning his son in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He absolutely did the right thing. But often parents get in trouble when they don't do the right thing. They do the maternal or paternal thing, but they don't do the right thing under the law.
I want to get back to this thing you mentioned, and I've not thought about this. So you're saying, him saying, I did it, and I'm sorry, in a digital online chat room where if they can establish it was him who said it, that could be inadmissible as hearsay?
It could. It could. I would, if I were the judge, have admitted it under an exception to the hearsay rule, which is an admission against interest. People don't say things against themselves unless they're true. Unless he's hiding for somebody else, but that doesn't appear to be the case at all. I know that social media is filled with all kinds of conspiracy theories. He was a front for this, he was a front for that, he's taking the fall. It appears to me, just from public sources, that the evidence of his guilt is overwhelming. They'll have no difficulty getting a judgment, a conviction. They'll have no difficulty getting the jury, because in the U.S., the jury imposes the death penalty, to impose the death penalty. And if there's going to be a guilty plea, I don't know why the government would entertain one, because it doesn't appear that there's any defects in their case so far. Dan Bongino said last night to Rob Schmidt, this is why they're still investigating. They have to make sure there aren't any landmines out there.
Can I ask you this? You said in the United States the jury is the one that imposes the death penalty. Does the jury choose how he would die? Because in Utah, you could get a firing squad or you could get lethal injection.
And guess who chooses?
The judge?
The defendant.
Wow.
You choose.
They get to pick how they...
The convicted person gets to choose the method of execution.
We're gonna have
that, by the way, is the case in a number of states. Utah is the most unique because they still have a firing squad.
Yeah. I mean, we're actually going to have Alan Dershowitz on, famed criminal defense attorney, in the next hour talking about how would you even take this case? What would be the defense if there is one? I got to move real quickly, though. President Trump filing a $15 billion defamation suit against the New York Times. 4 of its journalists, Trump taking it through social, saying the New York Times has been allowed to freely lie, smear, and defame me for too long, and that stops now. The suit's being held in the great state of Florida. Judge?
I think it'll be dismissed by the first judge that looks at it, because
Why is that?
He'll have to show that they published something that wasn't an opinion, because opinion is protected, and that the New York Times published it with knowing it was false or with reckless disregard to whether it was true or false. It's the highest standard that we have, short of proof beyond a reasonable doubt.
We've actually seen a couple of media companies settle with the president over their coverage
well,
of him.
Because they don't want to go through all this. I don't think the Wall Street Journal will settle over the so-called birthday card to Epstein, and I don't think the Times will settle.
All right, we'll see. Judge, thank you.
Pleasure, guys.
Information. truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.